Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Fair catch.
Back. 120! 5'9".
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Great. Ramp.
Now Wentz. The reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Hey, rip 5-2, hot here.
Wentz now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
5'9".
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
Wentz to throw on second down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Hang in there now. Hey, 74.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Tackle made by K1 short.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Hey, great 57. 4 down. Hey, stash.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Those warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
One play at a time now.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. Runs through the contact. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Hey, other side, solid. What's your son?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Hey. 4 down. Watch the edge.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Get over there. Go.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2.
For acting in a dangerous, abusive, or profane manner will result in ejection from the game, arrest, and prosecution. Profanity in any form will not.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
46 down, man, 5-4. What's your son?
Throwing now is Wentz. They set up the screen to Ajayi. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. A second, Ajayi's going to go. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Sunday. 46 down, man, 5-4.
Here's Wentz to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
6-5-7. Sunday. 4 down. Check. 4 Tokyo. Switch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, 4 down. Switch.
On play action, it's Wentz. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 2. Elliott now to kick this one away. And the Panthers coming out now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bird. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 37. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
4 down. We go. 31.
C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets him here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Right,
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Got 3. 53, Linda. Wait, 20. Wait, 20. Go.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Carolina. As his guys are in for 6, and his guys are able to strike for 6. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Play action. Now Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, Lou.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, Lou.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. Wentz now 9 of 11 passing in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Hey. Ram. 5-9.
This is Ajayi. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Hey, boys, got 4. 46 down, man. 5-4. No. Off.
On play action, Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Down, man, 5-4.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, rip 5-2, hot here. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go. Great.
Hey, 4 down.
Hey, 52, great.
36.
Wentz going to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Great 15. 5-9.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Opens, and the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Hey, Alabama. Wait, 20.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's brought down after a good gain. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Goal 50.
On 1st down, Brady. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there at 22. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. He's going to air one out. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half, and the Panthers add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before half for Wentz. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Wait 20! Wait 20! Got four down! Wait 10!
On second down, here's Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Wait 20!
On play action, it's Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Liz 5-3! Liz 5-3!
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 49 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
57.
Working from the gun. Wentz going for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 12 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
20! White 20!
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
White 22! White 20!
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
White 20!
To throw on 2nd down. Brady, throw left side, complete. It's Montgomery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
White 20! Green 80! Alabama. Green 80! Right!
Now Brady. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Strip the ball. White 20!
Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They go play action here on first down. Going long here for one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
20!
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Dancing to his left. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to... And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Deshaun Hall in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Great. Get over there. Go.
Switch gears.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Eagles on 3rd down.
Let's go.
They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and a mile.
3-5-7.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
82. Two jet.
Now Wentz got to have this one. Flush to his right. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20! Move out!
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run. Anderson. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Hey, Alpha!
We got 4 down, 4 down.
72. Wait, get!
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Lefty, lefty.
4 down.
Wentz now on 1st down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dontari Poe. Breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Wentz, and he's going to go down again. Dontari Poe in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Down the man inside, down the man.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Lion.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Lion.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams